Hey babies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Now's a good time to go ahead and subscribe. As you guys can see from the title, today's video is in collaboration with IDNhair. Of course, I got the package and it did come a little bit beat up, but let's not, trip over that too much. Of course, I got a ton of goodies on the inside: combs, clips, wig caps, you name it. And then of course there is the wig. You guys can see just how thick and full everything is. You guys can see it's at 13x6 cap, and then of course it does come with an adjustable band and an adjustable wig cap. Of course, when it comes to the knots, they actually provide scalp knots. So it's going to be about 1 to 2 hairs per every lace hole, as opposed to single knots where there's going to be multiple, maybe up to 5 in one hole, which is going to create a thicker look. And so the goal here is to show you how to really get this simple and easy beginner friendly style without having to do too much. Of course, if you need a tutorial on how to cornrow or how to kind of prep your hair for a wig, I do have videos on that, so definitely make sure to check it out. First things first, I did go ahead and apply a little bit of Cream of Nature mousse before I even put the wig on, and that was just to kind of get any of the flyaways out of the way so that I could really kind of take a look at the wig, analyze it, and see what I needed to do. Immediately, just by putting it on, of course, I did need my wig grip, so if you guys are needing that, I do have it on my Amazon store. Just make sure to check out my description box, and that allowed the wig to kind of just sit in place a little bit easier. Obviously, I could have definitely just tightened this up and maybe even use the elastic band and all that, but I prefer the wig grip just because it ensures that if for any reason this baby wants to slide, it's not going anywhere. So right here, I'm actually just showing you how to pretty much customize the hairline, right? I'm going to be showing you how to carve out your ear space. I know that for the most part, the 13x6 frontals or even the 13x4, they don't typically come in the dimensions of a typical or average size hairline, I should say, right? So my hairline is about 11.5 inches from ear to ear, but I'm going to be doing this on my head, obviously, so that you guys can kind of see how to do it in real time. I literally just slant the comb in like a diagonal motion, following along my jawline, along with the ear, and making sure that I'm literally cutting this a little bit past where my actual hairline would start, just so that in the event that I want to go ahead and put some glue there or even gel or whatever it is I decide to reinstall this unit with, I'm not getting it directly on my hairline. So that's the goal there. And then of course you guys can see a nice rule of thumb. I like to use clips just to kind of push the hair all out of the way, and then I always just kind of bring the unit a little bit more forward and then kind of adjust it to where the cap is, because I don't want that cap underneath to be overly visible, but I do need it just to kind of help with the illusion that I have a full silk based cap up under here without having to do all that extra legwork. Now I did go ahead and part out the hair probably about a 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch to 1 full inch of hair going across the hairline, just lightly tweezing out any pieces that I just feel like need to go, just to kind of cut down on some of the bulk of the hair. Obviously, I do want my unit to be super full. Just based off of the texture, it's naturally going to look a little bit fuller, and I'm all down for that because this would look really cute with, like, I don't even know, I could do some wand curls, I could do maybe even some perm rods. Like, there's so many different things that I could do with this. Braid it, take it down, wear it wavy, curl it, straighten it, you name it. So much flexibility, but I wanted to make sure that the hairline was as tweezed out as possible without making it look thinned out or just over tweezed, right? Because we really want our units to last forever. So you guys can see the before and the after. I literally did some of the most minor changes, and it really helps the look of the hair. It definitely cut down on some of that bulk, and you guys can see here I'm just parting everything out, and you can literally see how nice and natural everything looks. That is to the efforts of the company, of course, in regards to their thinner lace, and then also having those 1 to 2 single strands in each individual lace hole. So that definitely helps. I'm gonna go ahead and take some of the Pump It Up just to go around my hairline, nothing too crazy. And then once I have that on, of course it is gonna get kind of tacky, so I wanted to go ahead and slide over the actual wig, and then I'm gonna to go ahead and pretty much use my comb just to kind of make sure I don't have any flyaways in the way. And then I'm going to tie this down with an elastic band. So if you want to use a hair scarf, you can. Whatever you need to kind of get this up and out the way, go ahead and do that. And in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and just kind of style up the hair. I'm going to actually throw some curls in here, add a few layers, just so that we can really kind of get this unit going, because there is a lot of bulk here, and I am going to end up using not only my pressing comb, but also a curling iron just to kind of shape everything and get it nice and set. In case you are new here and you are not familiar with my combo of products, for the most part, I'm usually using either the Bronner Brother Professional Mousse or the Cream of Nature Mousse. And then I'm usually using the Kimber Flat Iron Spray or some type of Manzani hairspray. For the most part, it doesn't usually deviate from there, okay? And so I'm just going over everything with my blow dryer, just kind of smoothing everything out, because I don't want to obviously curl this hair with any type of wet product or anything. It's just going to start to sizzle. And so I am using my EAP Heat curling iron just to throw some nice little waves in it. Nothing too crazy. And once I get everything pretty much set, I did go back on, I guess in the areas that were closer towards the front to really kind of lay down that frontal area. So this is where I would spray with a little bit of the Kimber Flat Iron Spray, and then I would physically go through with that comb, the hot comb, and just kind of use the back of it to smooth everything over. And then of course I just really wanted to make sure that everything was laid down as flat as possible. Once I was happy with that, I was able to go ahead and pretty much just finish setting the style. Like I said, from here, it's kind of self-explanatory in terms of being able to curl the hair. If you guys are needing to, you know, find out how to do a really nice layered cut, I do have a more detailed video on my channel to show you just how to really kind of get the most out of the units, right? It's not enough just to wear them bone straight. You guys know, for the most part, I like to add some type of texture, layer, length to this, because of course, for the most part, I like to curl my units. So this is no different. I was super happy with the way that everything looked right away, but I did need to just kind of shape this out. So following the guide from probably about the bottom of my chin, I did go ahead and remove about, I don't even know how much hair that was, but you guys quickly got to see that. And then I followed that guide going all the way backward as well. Like, it looked cute already. So if you need to stop there and just shape the face, definitely do that. But I wanted to kind of add the layers all over. So I used that guide to pretty much cut everything around it, going all the way to the back of my head. And I'm just using a razor comb. I'm not sure that I have a razor comb in my Amazon store. I mean, I can add one, but for the most part, you can find these at any of your local beauty supply stores, Sally's, Walmart, Target, I believe. I might be mistaken. I don't know. But nevertheless, I was super happy with the way that looked. And then I'm pretty much going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So you guys can see here, going through with that Kimber Flat Iron Spray. We're going to hit it with the blow dryer really quick, nothing too crazy. Throw in a few curls in it, and then we're just going to literally repeat that process. All right, so now that we are done with the curls, you guys know, of course, I'm going to go through and just kind of layer this up. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, we're just mimicking what we did on one side to the other. And I do want to point out, this hair was super, super, super soft. I did not have to experience like any tangling. The hair did not have a smell. The hair actually shipped to me really quick. Now, obviously, some people say it's because, of course, with the influencers, we tend to get packages a lot faster. I don't know that that's necessarily true. The communication with this company has been top tier. So had I come across an issue, I have no doubts that they would have reached back out to me. I know that you guys are always asking like, Chrissy, you know, what is the price point? I will leave all that information down in my description box below, and a direct link to the unit. That way, if there are any additional discounts that they have, you guys won't miss the opportunity to kind of get those deals and discounts while they are available. And then, of course, I am just going to go ahead and do the big reveal. So now it's probably been about 10 minutes, maybe 10 to 20 minutes. Everything was kind of locked and loaded. And instantly, you guys just can see what that melt looks like. It looks super nice, super pretty, and effortless. I did want to kind of take it up a notch just because I literally wanted no flyaways, okay? So I went back with my Pump It Up and just kind of went over some of those areas in the base just to really make sure that everything was kind of locked down. So I secured it with this this spray and then just used my finger to kind of smooth it in just a teensy tiny bit. And I know y'all are like, Chrissy, when you gonna take off the lace? Okay, I'm about to. So yeah, I did go ahead and hit this with my blow dryer using my comb just to make sure that the strands were still fairly free. I didn't want anything to kind of just be, you know, stuck down and looking real stiff and all that. So I'm using my blow dryer on a cool heat, so don't get too nervous about the setting. And then yeah, I'm actually gonna go through with some scissors and just literally start to cut this off. And so of course you are gonna notice that the cap does kind of lift a little bit, but I did just go through with a little bit of mousse just to kind of remelt everything in. Of course, you want to make sure that you're using a mousse that's not going to be too flaky, and then hit it with the blow dryer on low, and voila. I decided not to do any baby hairs or anything like that, so for those of you that love that, this is for you. I love you guys so much. Stay pretty. Leave any comments or questions down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, babies.